What is going on, gang? Welcome back to your CrossFit Frostbite no equipment at home workout. I'm your coach Charlie, where apparently I'm still a 32-year-old white guy who throws up double peace signs. But again, let's not overthink it. Let's just do it. We got our muscle prep for the day. You guys got 2 rounds of this. You're going to start with 10 air squats. Making sure you're getting down on these first couple. Don't be afraid to get down there nice and deep. Kind of work those ankles, hips, and knees open, because we got some squats. We got a little bit of cardio today as well. After that, you're on to 10 arm circles, forward for 10, backwards for 10, because you got quite a bit of shoulder stuff today as well. And then last but not least, you got a 30-second plank. If you want to hit it from the forearms, if you want to hit it from your hands, either way is fine. This is just meant to be a warm-up. Again, you guys have 2 rounds of that. If you still want to get caught up before you start here on the workout, go ahead and hit pause. Otherwise, we are right into it. You are setting a clock going up today because this is for time. You got 2 parts. Each are going to be 3 rounds for time and a 3-minute break in between. Our movements and the standards are, your first part is starting off with a 400-meter run. If you got the run, you got the skills that thrills, you got the space, you're getting outside today, you got a treadmill, awesome. Go for it. If you need to modify, you got a rower. It's about a 500 or 400-meter row for those men and women is what's going to be prescribed. This should kind of take you that minute and a half, not really more than 2 minutes for this. If you got a bike, if you have an assault bike, about 15 or 12 calories is what's going to be prescribed. Otherwise, you're doing burpees. I'm going to say 20 burpees is what's prescribed for the day. Again, however you do this should take you, I said a minute. That's blazing fast. So really in that minute and a half to 2-minute time frame for your cardio part. And then we're on to an odd movement. You guys have 20 forearm to hand planks. So a couple ways to do this. The first one, the most difficult one, is you can kind of pop up, make this a gymnastics movement. It's going to be a lot harder, but it's going to be good for if and when you get back in the gym and you're interested in doing these muscle ups. It's going to be good rotation. Either that or a little bit less dynamic, a little bit easier. It's going to be where you make it less dynamic and you go from your forearms and walk your hands up into the top. It doesn't have to be a push-up, but if you're feeling froggy, want to get a little chest pump in there today, go ahead and throw in a push-up. And then last but not least, there's squat jumps. You know them, you love them. Full range of motion. Jump out of the gym if you can. Leave the ground a little bit if you need to. And if you can't jump, just squat, baby. That's fine too. You guys got 3 rounds there. And then we're on to a 3-minute break. And then you got your 3 rounds at the end. You're going to start with 20 speed side skaters. Jump, leave the ground if you can. Make these nice and wide. That makes it more difficult. If you need to modify, because those hips, because those knees, because your floor can't take it, you can step. That's fine. Try to reach the ground if you can. Modify by touching the knee if you need to. But 20 to the left and to the right is 2. You're going to go back and forth 10 times, or a total of 20 total. After that, you're on to dips. Not a new one for us. If you guys got a chair, if you have a bench, go ahead and use it. Full range of motion all the way at the top, and then 90-degree angles at the bottom. Make sure you keep those elbows in tight to the body. Keep the body close to your bench or your chair, and keep that head up as well. It's just 10 there, not supposed to be super difficult. Probably get through it. Maybe the first round unbroken. 2 shouldn't be more than 3 sets to get that 10 done. And then you're on to 40 high knees. Again, as with the rest of the workout, this can either be dynamic or a little bit more static. So if you want to kind of put your hands up like Frankenstein and jump around, get those knees high up over those hips, fantastic. If you want to stand and kind of do them in place, maybe cool down a little bit more, get a little bit more ab crunch in there, that's fine as well. You're going to do 2 more rounds of that. That's a total of 3 rounds, and then you're done at that point. Nice job. Our mobility for the day. We did a lot of jumping, so let's get our calves warmed up. You can either do this on the ground in a single leg downward dog, or you can find a spot on the wall and put your ankle up. Again, as always, a minute on each side. 90 seconds is okay as well. And then I want to do a couch stretch or a kneeling hip flexor stretch. 1 minute on each side. Really try to get those hips opened up. Throw a little bit of quad in there also if you can. And then last but not least is our booty stretch. So a couple of ways you can do this. You can either get into a pigeon stretch. If you're good at pigeon, you can see mine. I'm terrible at pigeon. Or you can kind of get into this supine glute medial stretch, or where I throw my ankle over my knee and I can pull it into my chest. Again, as always, should be a minute minute and a half, so a little better. Make sure you relax, let those muscles stretch out. That's your mobility, that's your muscle prep, that's your workout for the day. Get after it. As always, if you guys are liking these videos, please give us a like and subscribe. Follow us on the social medias. CrossFit Frostbite is where you can find us. Until then, stay fit. Bye.